Rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla. To my friend Charlie Kirk. Rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
He has different clothing on, and then he changes clothing on the roof. And then changed back into that clothing at some point, so that when he was apprehended, when he was arrested, the clothing matched the clothing he had on before the shooting here at UV.
Right.
Last question
Okay,
here.
do you know how insane that is? You guys understand that they're trying to convince you he changed twice, assembled and deassembled a bolt action rifle. I believe it's called a Mauser. And that's not easy. That's not something you can just do like it's Lego. You actually need a screwdriver and real experience in doing so. I mean, this is all just absurd. So the guy on the roof did have different clothing from the pictures they originally released of him in the staircase, but that's because the guy changed on the roof and then changed back, after he jumped that 30-foot jump right there. Footage of him running off the roof, allegedly right here, jumping down, which mind you, I don't know how tall this guy is, but that looks like a pretty huge jump, doesn't it? Doesn't look like it's a little jump there. Mind you, it doesn't look like he has a rifle with him either.
Some of this video coming in from investigators here, as this was released late yesterday. Now, the agency saying that it shows the shooter at Utah Valley University jumping from the rooftop of a building after the gunshot was fired. Agents say around 12 p.m. local time Wednesday, the gunman is seen
right here, nonchalantly walking. Where are the hundreds of people?
Climbing up to the rooftop. Then after killing Charlie Kirk, they say he
walking, not running, by himself. Where are the hundreds of people?
Jumps off and runs away. Investigators say the shooter left behind the gun and ammo in a wooded area near the university. Evidence collected from the rooftop does include, according to the FBI, shoe imprint.
See, walking nonchalantly. This is so fake. Anybody that buys this, you are definitely under the trance. You are definitely brainwashed into believing whatever your government and the mainstream liars tell you.
In less than 36 hours, 33 to be precise, thanks to the full weight of the federal government and leading out with the partners here in the state of Utah and Governor Cox. To my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
Not here to talk about Kosher Patel's Valhalla remarks at that Masonic press conference either. Although the odds of him having referred to a secret underground city in Utah are pretty darn good, because for many years there have been a lot of rumors about a place where people whose deaths were faked by the deep state go into hiding. But that's beside the point, and even if Charlie Kirk faked his own death, the events at Utah Valley University still were a satanic, masonic ritual ridden with ritualistic red flags all over the place. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that the goal was one and one only: pull the Epstein disclosure off the news and take the heat off ringleader-in-chief, which they apparently succeeded for the time being, or for as long as the gullible American sheep still distracted by the Charlie Kirk false flag / inside job. How easy people fall for all these dog and pony shows concocted by this pedophile cabal led by Donald Trump, and how fast they overlook the truth. That's why I'm already expecting more dramatic false flags in the foreseeable future, regardless whether or not people are dying, so that the mainstream media outlets stop talking about Jeff Epstein.
He's maybe 10 to 15 feet away from Charlie Kirk when he was shot. When we caught up with him tonight, he was still struggling with what he saw and what he felt it meant.
I don't think I've ever seen someone die in front of me, let alone be murdered.
Skylar Baird says he'd always been a fan of Charlie Kirk, and when he learned the popular activist was in town, he wanted to get as close as he could.
To my left is security, and in the front of me is a security guard, and then nothing else, just Charlie.
Baird says shortly after the topic turned to transgender mass shooters,
I heard the loud crack.
He believed he heard a gunshot.
And as soon as I thought that, I saw Charlie's neck explode.
Baird dove into the fountain, and in the hours since that time, he hasn't been able to escape the images of the shooting.
I just watched the video for
Coming to terms with what happened has cut to his core.
It's just super positive experience. Super positive experience.
In alchemical symbolism, the 23 is related to transformation. Aleister Crowley defines the number as parting, removal, separation, joy, a thread, and life. The 23rd path of the Kabbalistic tree of life is the hanged man, indicating the number is associated with death and rebirth. For something new to manifest in your life, old ways or beliefs have to die.
And then someone ruins that.
Baird says he's since found some clarity.
The story was that Charlie Kirk was murdered for his political views.
And as everyone contemplates what's next,
There's a cancer growing in our society.
he hopes for reflection on where the country could be headed.
You need to find love, because as we move away from that and move into hostility, hate, and anger, society can't exist. Society can't exist.